They also had right here, there was a green army jacket that was found with blood on the cuffs and hair follicles, and that was found in this garage. And this garage door was open. So the witness who drove in here said he left it open, and then he came back. He said, hey, this green jacket doesn't belong to me. I don't know whose it is. And someone had seen, one of the witnesses had seen a man leaving that area with a green jacket. So kind of matched maybe our guy. And they also, another witness talked about him, these big knuckles and big hands. And his family was known for having big, strong hands. That was another thing. This is kind of a neat picture of an old detective that used to wear the hats. We don't really wear those anymore. Some do, but not too many, unless it's raining. But this was inside here at the crime scene. You can see nothing's out of place. Everything was kind of put in the right space. He didn't rummage through everything. Here's our poor victim's husband, who was being interviewed by detectives, which probably was pretty horrible for him, and I felt pretty bad for him.
Because he was a suspect at the time, right?
Well, they didn't know, but he's the one that found her, right? He comes home from work and finds her. She was killed between someone saw her at 12:30. She was killed between 1 and 4 in the afternoon, which is kind of crazy too. Right here, this was a guy who raped several women, and this was kind of a special bulletin of him. And the rapes happened on December 1st, 1955, and then January 20th, 1956, and then after Barbara was killed January 31st, and then March 12th, 1956. This is similar looking to Mont, but Mont always wore a plaid shirt, and the thing that happened with these rapes were very similar to what happened to Barbara Jepson and Mary Ann Pedrotta.
But again, these are still unsolved.
Still unsolved, but it was just interesting that it's in there, and that they were like, hey, what's going on with this guy? And he had a history of...
Someday it might be connected.
Maybe.
Was Mont always on your radar, or when did you first come up with his name?
Yeah, immediately he was on my radar. Because like I said, they gave him these polygraph tests, and he had said, oh, I don't know who these people are. And then well, you had a horse stable next to her, or you went to her funeral, and they start asking him questions, and then he takes a polygraph, and came back a definitely guilty knowledge. Not that that's admissible in court, right. But I thought it was kind of interesting. Wow, they were onto him. He had this history of child molestations, and then they're kind of onto him. And in fact, Mary Ann Pedrotta, I didn't know about that at all. That was cleared through Robbery Homicide Division. And as I was going through the case, and then they talked about asking about who Mary Ann Pedrotta was, I went to get that case, that old case, hey, what case is that? And they said, oh, that was solved. I'm like, what? So I didn't even know that. So we were able to connect it through that. And then I was able to talk to the victim of that, where she saw him with the bloody knife and his clothes all bloody.